Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast, the podcast where nerdy brothers get together each and every week, primarily to talk gaming, but in this week's episode, we are not doing that. We are going to be sharing our spoiler-filled take on Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. There's a lot of subheadings there. My name is Chris. I'm joined once again by my brothers, Adam.
Hello.
And Eric.
Hello.
And yes, as stated, we are back in the room this week to talk more Stranger Things, giving our full spoiler-filled thoughts on Volume 1 of the final season. So if you have not watched the first 4 episodes, and if you've happened at this point to avoid all the spoilers that are all over the internet in the form of memes and thumbnails, and they're all over the place, then maybe you want to go off, watch them, and come back to this when you have finished the Volume 1. But if you've finished it and watched it all, welcome to the discussion. Or if you're someone that watched it through other people's reactions or has already looked up everything that happens and just wants to hear what people are saying or wants to hear spoiler-filled reviews, you are very welcome to the discussion, and of course, we want to hear your take too. So if you guys watch the YouTube, make sure you jump down into the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoy this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for future content. And to those of you who are listening to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on Volume 1 of the final season of Stranger Things. But without further ado, Hellfire lives. So, I suppose where I would like to start, and we did this with Season 4, we kind of went episode by episode, but we didn't go scene by scene, we just kind of went for the key moments in each episode. I think we could do that again, but before we do that, your overall impressions of Volume 1 so far, before we get into each episode.
Overall impressions. Actually, I just want to say one thing, because you're talking about the memes and stuff, and I've seen it. Obviously, I watched it the day it got released, and yeah, surprisingly, my algorithm is just none of that.
Okay, mine's flooded with
surprising. Yeah, I'd imagine so. But overall impressions of it, starts slow, ends amazing. So
okay, yeah,
it's just this lovely build up to the 4th episode. So I was quite happy with it.
Okay. Adam, overall impressions?
I don't know. I'm going to be interested in this conversation, actually. Because I was actually thinking about, I don't know if we're going to be able to get an episode out of this.
Interesting. Okay. Were you digging it or not digging it, or kind of business as usual?
Business as usual, I think. Yeah. I think it's entertaining, but so far this could be my least favorite season.
Ooh. Wow. Shots have been fired. I kind of echo what Eric said. Maybe I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I did think it started slower than I would have liked this season to start. I think I would have liked a little bit more oomph in the situation we're in. I think the moment I saw them go into high school, I was kind of like, what are we doing? Why are we in school at all? Or maybe I would have liked a little bit more. I know Robin gives the talk over the radio of compliance and all this kind of stuff. And I think I would have liked, while that was happening, a montage of soldiers actually checking people on their way in and stuff, or people going for medical checks because of the spores. Maybe some mention of everyone who was there when the spores hit are actually not allowed to leave Hawkins at all. But yeah, so I think I would have liked more of a push on the whole, this is a quarantined Hawkins because of what happened. but they don't really know why. Apart obviously the main characters do. Um, but yes, it ramps up, and by the end of episode 4, I was like, don't stop there. Let's keep going. I want to keep going. I want to watch the next one. I have watched Volume 1 twice now.
Okay.
And certainly the earlier episodes I enjoyed more the second time. And I think there's some big highlight moments for sure that we can talk about. I don't think it's the weakest season so far, but I do think that so far Volume 1 is not reaching the heights that Season 4 did, which is kind of hard anyway, because Season 4 was fucking like
Yeah,
a masterpiece.
you're not going to get that Dear Billy episode, really.
Right. And I just think that when you come straight off of that, or you have the memory of that, it's kind of like, yeah, it's just hard to top that. You know what I mean? We've already hit peak. So you've come down maybe a little bit, but it depends on
it's also
what
hard
you
to
like.
judge. It also depends on how the second half of this is going to land. I'm actually
Yes.
don't understand why they've decided to split this, and it is actually frustrating. Not frustrating because I want to keep going with it. Well, I do, but
Yeah.
it just does. It just seems so unnecessary. Like there's something to do with the previous season that kind of made a little bit more sense. Perhaps because of the COVID situation, it's like it can give them a bit of leeway for splitting it up. But now I'm like, there's actually kind of no reason to split this up. I don't know why you're doing this.
It's definitely
Just hang on and
It's-
release the whole thing.
it's definitely the marketing push though, isn't it? And it's definitely the
Yeah, but I think that's
people will be talking about Stranger Things
I
more
think it's kind of at the detriment of the season, actually.
in terms of momentum.
Yeah.
Because like I have a feeling, and we're going to get into each episode obviously. I think, and most people seem to agree. I think episode 4 is the best episode,
Yeah.
right? And where we leave off is like a really shit got good, shit got real good. And like CGI was incredible, the action sequences were incredible, all that stuff. I have a feeling it's only going to get better. Actually, I think this is a season that's going to climb. And that, unlike season 4, where it's like it's still like there's some unreal shit in the latter half, but you don't really reach the heights of Dear Billy. I think I'm not saying they will have an episode as good as Dear Billy, but I think the Dear Billy episode of this season is yet to come. It's possibly the final episode.
You think
But
so?
you would hope it's the final episode.
Yeah, we hope the final episode is the best, right? Like that's
Yeah.
that is
It'd
the
be
hope.
weird to be like, oh, I hope the last episode is shit.
Well, I hope none of it shit.
No.
But I was I thought it was slower than I would have liked at first.
I totally understand
but-
what you mean by the beginning because it's kind of how I felt. Now, I do not want to make this kind of comparison in terms of quality, but I think you'll get
Oh,
what I'm
here he
talking
goes.
about.
No, here he goes. Watch. Just snip this bit and quote Adam on this. Go on.
Paul W.S. Anderson's Resident Evil movies. Do you know the way each
Right.
of those movies
I'm trying to
Oh,
find
yes. Yeah, I know what you're
end
saying.
with like shit, the world is fucked, every single one.
Oh, sure. And you're so
And then-
hyped to see
yeah.
the next scene nearly.
And then the beginning of the next movie just says,
like us.
forget about that. We've patched it all up. It's all
We've
good.
patched it up. Everything's okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt with the first episode. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that they've put this like metal kind of plaster all over the fissures of Hawkins, and everyone's just like business as usual. And then we're getting caught up with the crew again. They're like introducing us to them and showing what they're at now, and it's like, well, I don't think that's necessary at all, actually, because the show is so readily available that anyone wanting to watch this could probably rewatch the other stuff. You don't need to reintroduce everyone. That's kind of the strength of Netflix, actually. You could just get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, our cousin, I was talking to her Thursday night, which was obviously the day it was released, because I saw her and I was talking to her, and that's what she said she was doing. She was watching all of them, and then once she was done season 4, yeah. So I do agree with you, Adam, that, I don't think we needed the whole introduction of them. I was watching it with Mom and Dad, and when the graveyard scene in episode 1 happened, where there was Dustin fighting off the bullies.
Yeah.
Man was like, "Oh, some action finally," and I felt the same.
I agree, actually. That was quite a visceral scene, actually.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It almost felt at odds with the rest of it, but in a good way. In a good way. Like
Yeah.
the rest of it was a bit kind of almost lighthearted and fun and in the kind of Goonies way that we expect now. But when the bully comes around and kicks the shit out of him, it turns into a Stephen King kind of stuff.
Yes. I actually thought that, like, so as soon as we heard and I love this theme, but you know the kids theme
Yeah, I like that.
that
theme
plays
so
in the
much.
first episode of every season,
Yeah.
and catches you up with everyone and gets you back in the vibe. I felt strongly that we weren't going, like in the lead up to this, I felt strongly that we weren't going to hear that in episode 1, and we were going to miss it, and it was going to feel like, oh, everything is kind of dire, right? But that the first time we would hear it again in this season would actually be when, if this is
it's
how it
all
all goes,
cleared.
when they've resolved everything, and in the final episode we get that theme back, and we feel like they did it, and to get back to some semblance of normality. So when I did hear it first, even though I love that piece of music, I was a little bit jarred I was like, because all the marketing in the lead up to this was talking about how, we start straight away and the stakes are the highest they've ever been. And once I hear that, I'm kind of safe. I feel safe watching, and I don't feel like the stakes are very high. Now, the stakes get high. So, and they really do. So, but just from a starting point, I was a little bit like, I'm not feeling the this is it, the final battle vibe from that initial episode. But they start setting up that shit as we go on. And I feel like once you hit the end of episode 4, actually, now you're like, okay, now the stakes are really high, and now the shit has hit the fan. Let's keep going. I want to go.
Yeah, I do think Adam has a point though, where once episode 4 ends, like episode 4 generally nearly felt like a season finale.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or
It did
like
actually,
or like the episode just before the finale. Like, it very much felt like that.
Yeah.
So I do understand what you're saying, Adam, where it's like we're waiting a month before the next volume, which because this actually affected me with season 4, because we had most of season 4, then we waited a month for the last 2 episodes,
That's right.
and the momentum for me was gone. That when I watched those 2 episodes, I was like, oh, okay, that was nice.
Yeah, you kind of I think I ended up rewatching that entire season and then just watching those last 2 episodes.
That's exactly what Netflix want.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so with the first episode, like I guess I was so happy to hear the main kids theme, because it's such a great theme. But yes, I know what you mean. If they're talking about, we just had, and actually the Paul W.S. Anderson is such a good.
Not in terms of quality, though. We must clarify that. Yeah.
Quality is a million times better, but
They're
it's such a
basically the
good-
same thing.
I hear what you're saying.
I mean, Alice and 11, like they are fucking
Same thing.
same thing.
Fridge, freezer, same thing.
But it's a good comparison in the fact that it's like, oh my god, shit's about to hit the fan. Next movie. Okay,
Yeah.
we're actually just going to undo all that. We're going to have Alice is going to narrate the entire plot again to you, so that you pop back up, and then we'll get on with this new movie. So yeah,
Yes.
it's very like that. But
Yeah, it kind of. I think it kind of just felt like they have written themselves to a point that they actually didn't have an idea of where season 5 was going to go. Actually, you know what I mean? Like when they were writing the end of season 4 and they were creating this scenario now, that they had to kind of just press the reset button a little bit, because they were like, shit, actually, like, how do we continue this? So
How do
they
we make a
didn't
season out
quite
of it, like-
know where they were going to go with it necessarily, it seems. That's kind of the feeling I got from it,
Right.
which is a bit unfortunate.
Well, I think, and I suppose there's that element of the writing of the scripts, the getting everything set in place, the pre-production and all that does take a certain amount of time. That by the time they're ready to shoot, it's so visible that time has passed in the young people that they're like, I guess we can't just like pick up like it's the next day. Actually, I guess we do have to.
We have to do
Shut up.
something.
Time has passed, and then you have the problem of, well, if time has passed, like, what has anyone done about this? So yes, the military are going to have come in. They're going to have tried to seal up these gates. They're going to have to be trying to, and there's some really cool shit there. I guess I just wish that there was a little bit more. Like I nearly would have had, like, even if there is the scene in the school, but in going into the school, there's like a military checkpoint. Even going into school, like
Yeah, no,
I'd like
they
it everywhere. You know.
Yeah, they could have worked with that a bit more. There was no problem with people going about their normal lives because that's the type of thing that would be forced on people. Like if they can live out their normal lives in a quarantine zone, that's what's going to happen. A bit of a Last of Us, I suppose, when everyone's in
Yeah.
Boston.
Perhaps it shouldn't have been so normal though. Maybe it should be like The Last of Us, where it's like their lives are actually really thrown.
Right. So that you can really feel the, like, there's a real want to get normality back.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
life sucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With,
so I think
even if they don't know if Vecna's alive.
no, so I think yeah, you are right, Chris, that having the children's team in the first episode, and then Robin's bubbly attitude with the bright sunny days really makes it feel like
Everything's okay.
yeah, this is like
Yeah.
season 3. We haven't actually, we're
Yeah.
still building up.
Now,
to
I
it
have to say, I don't know if even on these 4 episodes alone, I don't know if I agree with Adams that this might be the weakest season. Personally, I still think that's season 3.
Season 3 is quite weak, but there's
Which I
just-
still love. Don't get me
there's
wrong. It's
great
not like a bashing, like...
yeah. I think for me, like the overall this season is really really good, but I think it's just because I find it very predictable. Actually,
Sure.
there's nothing new, and nearly every corner. I have to say there has been absolutely zero surprises for me watching this. Every single reveal felt like a kind of like a almost like a Marvel show where it's like, oh right, almost fan servicey nearly.
Well, the Mr. Watson was not surprising at all. I don't know why they were
No,
trying to make that.
nothing. To be honest, nothing has been surprising in the entire show. Which is with the strength of like something like season 3, at least there's a new end. There's kind of a new threat we haven't seen before, and making Billy out to be the villain, and Billy's fucking brilliant in that season.
Yeah, for sure.
And the way they've done yes, I don't really like the mall sequence kind of stuff. It's just not that fun. But the characters they brought in with the Russian and that's the first time we get like Murray properly as a character, and the mayor of the town, which is what's your man from
Carrie
Yeah, it's your man
Hughes.
from
Yeah.
Jaws as well, though, isn't it? He's basically...
It's just there's a lot to love in there, even though I think overall that season, yes, is quite weak in comparison to the 2 that came before it. Just because it felt more comedic or something. I think that's the
Yeah.
issue with 3, is that it feels more comedic.
Yeah, it's kind of playing into like an 80s action comedy vibe.
Yeah.
Which look at, and every season has its own vibe. And it's funny they mentioned the Marvel thing, because I do think that this season is going to feel very Endgame by the end of it. I think that that's probably something that they're leaning into a little bit.
Have to go back in time and make sure they save Barb, and then Barb comes back and she has a superpower, and
Well,
they
you would
reunite
know,
the Stranger Things.
All I'm
TV
saying
party.
is they are emphasizing a wrinkle in time a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I think that book is a really big hint as to what's actually going on. And if you Wikipedia that book, it might give away a little too much. So don't if you don't want to know.
I will not.
That's
I
all
don't
I
know
have to
about
say.
it.
But
I thought I think it's episode. Is it episode? No, it's not episode 1. It's like episode 3. Is it where they get Erica involved to befriend?
Tina?
No, Tina even. Yeah. I'm assuming that also your man, the doctor, is talking about the wormhole. I'm assuming that also will have something to do with the plot.
Probably, because otherwise that scene is... Yeah,
pretty much.
usually Mr. Clark, whatever he's talking about in class, because like it wasn't in season 2, he also talks about like a virus and how a virus works, and when virus feels fear, and as he's talking about it in school, it mirrors with what Will is experiencing when he's in the house and he doesn't want to get in the bath. So yeah, Mr. Clark's lessons are usually to kind of explain a little bit what's going on. So I'm sure that wormhole thing isn't like an accident. that he was discussing that in the final season, where they said they're going to answer all the big questions. So yeah, let's go episode by episode then, and not scene by scene. And I know we have touched on a few bits anyway, so there's some stuff that we probably will feel like we've already talked about that. But so starting with episode 1, The Crawl. First of all, I thought it was really cool when you figure out what the crawl means, and that they plan these dungeon crawls each time, and they do it like an actual skirmish, but working together to recon, and they're looking for Vecna. And that actually felt very endgame to me, in that, let's go get the son of a bitch, and they're looking for Thanos basically, and they can't seem to find him anywhere. But yeah, so I thought, like, when you realize why it's called, because you get the episode titles well before the season comes out, and like when it was called The Crawl, I was like, I don't know, there's gonna be some like significant scene where someone's crawling or something. I don't know. So when I realized what it was actually called, I thought that was really, really cool. Which is when Mike explains it to Holly.
She is the highlight of the show for me.
Right. I really like Holly's role in this season so far.
Great actor too. Really good actor. I'm not really sure where they're going with her little kind of
Alice in Wonderland vibe.
I was getting the Labyrinth. I was expecting fucking.
So did I.
Yeah,
I was like, I actually turned to Ash at the time. I was like, "Are you getting Labyrinth vibes from this?" And then I realized Ash hadn't watched Labyrinth. I don't think so.
Okay.
So it was falling on. But there is also kind of an Alice in Wonderland
Magic
vibe.
Dance.
There's just basically a fairy tale vibes with her.
Yeah, because when she put on her cloak while it was not red, Dad then compared it to Little Red Riding Hood when she goes into the forest and stuff. And when she put on the dress, Mom said Cinderella. She's very all that kind of classic fairy tale vibes, I suppose. Holly. No, but I like her as a character, what they're doing with her. Letting her have a role. Kind of wish the other Wheelers would get some role, because Jesus Christ, they do nothing.
Yeah, we'll get
other than Karen, like Karen does.
Yeah, we'll get to them as well. But what I really liked about that particular scene with Mike and Holly, it was not only her performance, and throughout the season so far, Mike is like back in a big way. I think Mike is in his element again, in a way that I haven't really seen him since season 2. Like he's stepping up. He feels like the leader of the party again. So I really like Mike's role and involvement in this season so far.
I don't really care much for the character, to be honest. I think a lot of the old party feels a little. I don't really care for them actually anymore. They don't feel familiar to me. I think the characters I really enjoy are actually the secondary characters: Steve, Nancy, Robin. And I'm interested in these newer characters now, which is Holly and there's been some other introductions as well. They've been kind of, I don't know, there's something about them that is way more consistent throughout throughout all the seasons. And they're always a joy to watch on screen. They balance that kind of comedy with seriousness really, really well. Especially Steve. I think Steve is the best character in the whole show.
Right, but can we Steve's not himself, is he?
Huh?
Steve, he doesn't feel like himself this season, and I don't mean that he's playing the character well. There's a reason, I'm sure, but he's much more serious than usual. And he's much less up for the crack. And he has no time for Dustin's shit at all. No. And Dustin is obviously going through a fucking phase
going through it, man.
Dustin's going through it, man. But Steve has no time anymore for Dustin's shit. And the two of them, at some point, are going to have a full-on argument. That, like, shit's they're like a little married couple bickering or something the whole time.
Yeah, but they were kind of nearly always doing that
like
anyway. Yeah.
I feel like
They're
I
more
don't know.
pally though. They don't feel like friends.
Yeah, but
right
now I suppose they're at getting to wits end because Dustin, kind of for lack of better term, has PTSD.
Yeah,
So he's very standoffish. So therefore, he's quite hostile to everyone
yeah.
because everyone is talking about how weird Dustin is being.
And I feel like Steve is the only one giving him a hard time about it though. I feel like
Yes.
everyone else is kind of being like gentle around him. But Steve is actually like, will you cop on? You know, and maybe he's the only one that feels like he can.
Maybe.
But at some point, I just feel like they're gonna
Oh yeah, they're going at their
an argument's gonna have to happen.
I actually quite like Dustin's taking no shit in this season because it's such a growth from season 1 that now he's fighting back against the bullies and stuff in season 1 or in episode 1. So I quite like that. Lucas, I feel, is a little bit on the back burner.
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more from Lucas for sure. Out of the 4 OG friends, he's the one so far that seems to be the least involved. But I'm sure that's going to change
Yes,
with Max and that in the second half. But
Will, yeah, and then Will and Mike, I think they're picking them back up again because they were very much on the back burner with season 4.
yeah,
They very much were not doing much.
well, Will is kind of the main character this season, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
far,
by the time he was pretty pivotal to season 1. So
yeah.
good time to give him
Yeah.
The poor dude, though.
he can't catch a break.
Well, he out of all of them, it's like he clearly just looks like a grown ass man trying to play a kid. Out of all of them,
Which is so funny because he's younger than the rest of them.
I know, and he was he was the scrawniest as well. Like the clips looking back to him when he was in season 2 and so on. Like it's just it's like
He was the cutest little kid out of them, you know?
Yeah.
Like he just had that little innocent. You're more worried about him because of how small he was.
yeah.
And now he's
And
like
then he
so
just got
tall
fucking-
and
He's
big
taking
Adam's
roids,
apple
man.
on him. Is.
Fucking broad shoulders.
Yeah,
You can only wear
Bench
those.
pressing.
You can only wear those shorts up so high before you start to look a little bit weird.
he always gives a good performance though.
Yeah, his performances are good. I didn't like the CGI fest cut back to season 1.
Right,
For
the
sure.
deep fake thing. Yeah.
That was so unnecessary.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this before. I like that is how season 5 starts. As in, I like opening season 5 with Will in the Upside Down at that point.
Right.
And the moment he got taken, I would have just cast a younger actor.
Maybe.
I think with the right costume and hair and makeup, and I don't think that there's no young children that could look like him.
I think it's.
I
just
think it would
found
look less weird.
The whole thing really unnecessary in the same way that I felt like catching up with everyone was unnecessary because we know he was caught and we know he has some sort of connection. Like that's been the whole shtick.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really need to see anything else. If I can, by the time we get to episode 4, like the conversation that's happening there, we know what has gone down. We don't need to actually see it. And it was just, I felt it was really, really unnecessary. I think overall with episode 1, they just needed to have gotten on with it.
Sure. Yeah. And I think then episode 2 picks up in a way where you're like, oh yeah, this is,
Well,
I'd like more of this in episode 1.
Well, at the end of episode 1 is like, that's what I wanted. That bit.
Yeah. Well, and then
Because it ends brilliantly.
episode 2 picks up there, right? Because episode 1 ends with just the Demogorgon opens the thing, screams, Holly screams, end.
I think the Demogorgon has the biggest glow up in the entire season.
I was just gonna say, I was actually asked today. There's a lot of people in work, obviously, watching Stranger Things, so it came up in conversation, and I was asked, "Who's your favorite character in season 5?" And I was like,
CGI'd one.
I was like, the Demogorgon. I think the Demogorgon has been utilized probably to its best so far in this first volume. Every scene with the Demogorgon is like top quality. They're all like the scene stealers. So like, yeah, so episode 2 opens with the Demogorgon attacking the Wheeler's house.
Mom's reaction to that was very funny.
Really?
Yeah, because she was like, "Ah, fuck off! You'd be able to hear your one screaming. Like, it's not the radio isn't that loud. You know, Karen has.
That's kind of true.
It's very true. It's like because she's screaming, Holly's getting thrown about the place. The thing is roaring.
That was
at
so
her.
funny when that happened because just wasn't expecting it.
Mm.
I think the level of like violence in this show is taken up a notch.
Yeah, yeah. And I like it because the show is generally quite colorful. Anytime we do see violence, it sort of every time it takes you off guard, and they never do it so much that you become desensitized to the point where you're like, that's just the show. Like, so every time they do it, because they don't do it all the time, you are like, oh shit, whenever they do.
When they do it, it's weirdly enough, it's kind of more realistic. You know, like in season 2, the Holly gets attacked and the Wheeler parents get attacked, and when they get sliced, it's not like some 18s feckin' like their guts are going everywhere. You know, it's just that they get bloodied up. So again, which is a nice way to not, again, as you're saying, desensitize you, because it's not.
Did anyone think they were goners?
No.
I did initially.
I did, yeah.
actually.
I was like,
'Cause I kinda
that's
kinda
the
felt,
Wheeler's dead.
Yeah, because I kind of felt, what's the point in really keeping them around as characters? But obviously, there's a little bit more to it. You wouldn't keep them alive unless there's more to it. You see?
Yeah, well, I didn't think they died because there would be a bigger moment to it if they died. I kind of thought maybe Karen died when Nancy found her.
Right.
I thought if any of them would be the dad, he like just gone.
It was nice to see Ted finally do something.
It was nice.
It's been a running gag of all the seasons that Ted just does nothing.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him finally take some kind of action. And yeah, Karen is just one of the best characters. She's like the bomb.
Okay.
So seeing her go toe to toe to Demogorgon with just a broken bottle of wine and just going savage on him was awesome.
I did think she was gone though, because she got stabbed in the side and then her neck slit. I thought, like, okay, she's dead.
I thought so too. And in a similar way, like, I had that similar thought process to you, Adam, where it's like, look, it's the last season. Like, let's just go. Why? Let's not keep anyone if we don't have to. Like, let's keep the stakes high. Let's fucking go. But obviously, yes, there must be a reason. Like, we don't know how any of this ends, but maybe they're envisioning a certain ending that requires those characters to be there for it to be more impactful, more meaningful. So, but I did think that that's where the stakes started getting higher, you know, and then Holly getting taken, obviously reminiscent of season 1. But yeah, just a really cool scene with the Demogorgon, and then 11 going straight in after him.
I did think it was funny when Nancy told 11 to go in. So 11 was like, okay, power walk. I was like, no, 11, run. Fucking run.
Yeah, but that's the cool shot, though. You need the cool shot.
Run.
I did do a ton of eye rolling with nearly every scene with 11 in this, because it's just so superhero landing, the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm not digging 11 this season so far.
The thing is that when she has moments like with Hopper and stuff, like, she's really, really great. But it's anytime she has to try be cool, it's just not working. It's not happening.
Yeah. Hopper
feels really forced. And the thing is that, like, if you just be you doing the badass things, that is actually really cool.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's why it was always so cool in season 1, because she's so innocent and scared. And then when she does stuff, like making people's eyes fucking bleed or breaking people's necks and shit, but she's still like terrified. It was always like really like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Much more impactful, I thought.
Yeah.
But Hopper, as always, it's
class.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's great. And there he is, one-man army in the upside down hunting Vecna. Like, that's just fucking badass. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, I was watching this, just being like, there's Joel.
There he is.
There's Joel right there.
Yeah.
There he is.
They're going around.
And his interactions with 11, and like, every interaction is very like
Joel and Ellie.
she has she's finally mature enough to make logical rebuttals back. And he's trying his best to make logical rebuttals back to her. Ultimately, it's just, I just don't want you here, okay? And I don't want you doing what I don't want you to do. I want to do it my own.
Yeah.
But she has every good reason for it, but I can do this, and I've done this, and I've done the training, and I have the powers. And what are you going to do? He's like, yeah, it's just really good. I really like, and I think they'll start doing this in episode 2, Robin and Will as a pairing together. I think it allows for some really good conversations that, and I think they've always been really good at this anyway. They're really clever at saying the thing without saying the thing. Like without it just being because sometimes that kind of writing can get really eye-rolly in the sense of feeling slightly tokenistic.
Yeah.
If you catch what I mean. But so when I think back to like in season 3 when Robin first tells Steve.
Yeah, that was excellent.
The way it's done is so good. So Robin and Will, and then you get a similar scene in season 4 when Will is talking to Mike in the back of the car. And again, you go, that's excellent. And so here I'm feeling that same kind of thing where Robin is giving Will advice, but they're not outright saying it. Or Will is asking Robin, how did you know, and seeking advice from someone. I just thought it was really good. And I never ever thought pairing Robin and Will would happen. And now that I see them together, I'm like, yeah, why? Actually, that makes fucking loads of sense. They're
Well, I actually think the
relate.
best of that type of writing that we've seen so far is actually when Murray is giving out the stuff and he gives the tape, and you're like, and it's such
I think
a
you'll find it
callback.
engaging.
Yeah, it's such a callback to when that time when he was just like, we were all thinking, oh, he's talking about boning her.
Yeah, because in season 2, that's what it was. Yeah.
That was excellent. That was really good.
Yeah. Do you not think it'll make her happy? It'll lighten her mood. And then as soon as he opens it, you see the ring. You go, oh. Okay.
Excellent.
Is he going to ask her?
Yeah, at the wrong fucking time, probably. But yeah.
Or do you
think he's not gonna?
I don't know.
He'll die before he gets a chance.
Possibly. I don't see. Jonathan and Nancy do not work out. That's my call.
All right.
They don't live happily ever after together.
Nancy
whether that's
will
a breakup, whether it's Nancy will die.
and he won't get the chance. And then he'll regret not getting the chance.
I feel like he would die before they would kill her off, because her finding the ring would be way more tragic.
Either way, it's tragic, I suppose.
After they've had maybe an argument or something as well, so it was like the last thing they ever said to each other was something you'd regret,
Actually, I hope they don't do any of that, because here we are, like, predicting it, and I don't
exactly
want this show to be predictable. I'm hoping that the second volume is going to surprise the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Are the Demogorgons? They're very different. It's like as if they got like some sort of upgrade here, right? Because the first time we ever saw a Demogorgon, they weren't as fast as that. It's almost like this is the what do you call it? The new xenomorphs that we saw in like Covenant or something.
Yeah. But yeah, or they're like lichens almost. I don't know if their color is different. Like they've always been grey.
I thought it was a little bit more black in season 1.
Either way,
and this is like skin colored.
They were definitely that color in season 4. I did think they were black as well, but no, they're definitely the same ones as season 4. Possibly he upgraded them.
I think the intention. I think the intention was that they're always supposed to look this way. I think it's the prosthetic suit in the first season, and then under lighting maybe looks darker than it's supposed to. But in the scene where 11 first touches it and like opens the gate, it's it's very grey there, and that would be the CGI moment. So I think it's just the prosthetic suit.
Maybe.
Whenever you saw arms and back and that kind of thing, it always, or like when you see it in the background when Nancy's hiding, it looks very black there. But I think it was always supposed to be.
I don't know. I always thought it was a bit and that these are like, I don't know, some Vecna improved versions or something. Because
Maybe.
they're definitely faster. They're more aggressive. They're not that lurking like the way the xenomorph was in the first Alien. It's not that type. It's a different. It feels like a different type, like a
Yeah.
whether it's a soldier or a version or something like that.
I wonder if it's more like they're so charged now. They're so like the one that takes Will in season 1 when it first shows up, and then when it's just going around taking people anyway or whatever. Like it's very much there's nothing to stop it, so it can kind of chill, you know. Whereas now they are Vecna is fucking pissed. I think are still recovering from his damage, so I think they're just like charged, like they're ready for war, and they know that the heroes are looking for them, so they have to be faster, they have to be more aggressive, they have to get the mission done, in a way that feels more desperate, almost, which makes them more dangerous. Possibly.
Maybe.
I don't
Well,
know.
I suppose that they're just a reflection of Vecna's mind. So I suppose, yeah, Vecna was probably pretty chill with his cup of tea in his weird mind palace.
Yeah, well, I
for
mean,
season one.
the first one brings Will to him, and like no one knows he's there, so he's just
Yeah.
like, "Great, we can begin. This is fantastic.
And
It's exactly what I ordered."
And then this season, he's just very like, fine, let's fuck shit up. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Is it in this episode where you see the big wall?
Yes.
Yeah. What do we think of the big wall?
Is it in that one? Is that when they drive in?
We see the wall before they drive in.
Yeah,
Oh, we do.
Hopper
We do.
and 11 find
I think at the end of episode 2, I think they find the wall because
I love just the. I know it's going ahead a bit, but when they do drive in again, it's one of those things that like shows up in an earlier episode, has a little payoff. Here it was when Dustin realizes that it's going the whole way around. And he's like talking about the algebra and that he didn't sleep through it and stuff. That fucking banter. That's the Dustin I miss. Is the like the real whiz
he's
kid.
a little fucking smartass, and it
Yeah,
really drives Steve mad because he
Yeah,
is always right.
Yeah,
And Steve is
That
like, "Can you
bit was
just admit you're wrong?"
it's so funny.
Yeah, I thought that was, and I know it is jumping ahead, but I thought that was really interesting that the wall is like a circle, and it's made me look at that information as well as the other information we're getting in terms of where Holly is giving me completely different theories to the whole Hawkins upside down thing than I ever had before.
Really, I'm not thinking much, to be honest. I'm just like,
Well, I'll say no more.
it's just that's a circle and that's a wall. He's keeping people out. Cool. I'm just gonna take it as it provides me with information. Yeah, I have no theories. I'm just gonna watch this.
And hope it surprises you.
Yeah,
And yet it doesn't.
I'm sure there will be a few surprises up their sleeve. The whole reveal of it all. Just so far, there hasn't been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 3, the Turnbow Trap. Yeah. This is where
brilliant.
they introduce dipshit Derek.
Yeah, dipshit Derek. He's not a dipshit though, is he?
No, he's delightful Derek.
He's delightful Derek.
Yeah, gonna suck on a fat one. What do you think of Derek as the kind of new? He's definitely gonna stick around as a main character for the rest of the season.
Fuck yeah. Hope so.
Although he's got taken now, did he?
Yeah, he has been taken now.
But that
That's
means
with
he'll
all the
show
other
up
kids.
where Holly is.
Yeah, with the rest of Neverland.
Yeah, for sure. This is also the one where Holly goes.
Well, I don't know if
exploring in
any
the
of you
forest
have
and all
ever
that, but-
seen Beyond Thunderdome, but Mad Max saves a bunch of kids in a desert.
Oh shit! Beyond Thunderdome.
Out of all the
I
Mad
hear
Max
ya.
movies, that's the one not to fucking reference.
Listen, man, they'll reference whatever the fuck they want to reference.
Yeah, I mean, it
You
is
know?
in episode 2. that they reference The Great Escape? They even play the music and everything, and Dad
No,
had to
it's
No, it's in
it's
three.
this
It's
one.
in three.
This
It's in
one.
three.
Oh, it's this
Yeah,
one.
it's in this
Apologies,
one.
episode
Yeah.
3.
Or
Yes,
4,
it
actually.
was.
Was that in 4?
Yeah, it's a 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so sorry, I jumped ahead. But episode 4, Dad was so happy when he heard that music and everything. That was...
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anyway, episode 3, yes, the Turnbow trap. I remember actually when that came on, I was like, what the fuck is a Turnbow? Is that what that spinning thing is? And I was
Right.
like, yeah, it is. I was like, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Is this the one where they did a Home Alone sequence on the Demogorgon?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Again,
Very good.
like everything with the Demogorgon is fucking 10 out of 10. You know? Good stuff. But yeah, they kidnap a family and destroy their home.
The whole sequence of them in the barn and Joyce trying to explain to him Derek that that's just so fucking funny.
Who does he remind you of? Because every time I see him, I go, he's so like the design is so striking that I'm like, he feels like a reference to something. In the same way, you know the way like other characters, especially like season 1, Dustin felt very Chunk inspired.
Really? Maybe
a
this is
little
Chunk, no?
No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, maybe. The only person he reminds me of but it's not a child. So it's like a child version of the dude. Like maybe this kid grows up to be the guy in Jurassic Park who lets all the dinosaurs out. That's the only person he reminds me of.
How many references did you just get throughout? Jurassic Park is one actually that
Yeah.
I got. Obviously the Great Escape that was on a nose, but
You have to hit Dick.
Well,
we had a
Yeah.
Ghostbusters one with the modded out car and
Yeah.
him driving around with the
And then they had the
chasing
lights,
chasing the ghost basically.
And they had the lights flashing. Yeah, and they're moving
Yeah,
the
yeah.
signal to catch the ghost, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
there is, of course,
Very much.
well, I suppose this is just more said as a reference Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. We had It mentioned.
Yes. Yes, which is the name of the thing in A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Mrs. Watson, isn't it in Wrinkle Time? But then this time it's Mr. Watson.
Mr. Watson. Yeah.
And in Wrinkle, it's Mrs. Watson.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to see what other references did I catch, but there's probably fucking loads in there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we named a bunch when it came to just Holly in the Neverland area. Yeah.
Do you hope for another surprise guest? Because the one this season, I think she's doing a phenomenal job. Is Linda Hamilton?
Do you know what? I was watching it, right? And Linda Hamilton is obviously an icon. Yeah?
Yeah.
And to have her in this show is kind of like, I'm sure it's an absolute fucking pinch me moment for the brothers as well. But there was a certain scene that she was delivering, and I couldn't help but wonder, what if it was Sigourney Weaver, though?
I said the same.
I just think, and I don't get me, I like Linda Hamilton's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but there's a part of me, because it's like a scientist authority role, there's a part of me that's like, man, Sigourney Weaver would fucking rule in this scene right here. I think it's when she's telling the guard off, who's like, with all due respect, you know, taking the bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, are you telling me you can't do your job, soldier? And I was like, I can see Sigourney Weaver delivering this so well. I kind of wish it was her. But that's
I
no
think
disrespect to Linda Hamilton.
She is unbelievable in it, though. She's so good in this.
Yeah,
And I
look,
hope
it's-
there's another. I hope there's another one to come.
Who would you hope for?
I don't know
That's
who's left.
Sigourney.
If you could pick, who would it be?
I would love Sigourney Weaver.
I just, if it's someone as big, though, we would know. I don't see how you could keep that a secret.
You can find a way. Who else would be big? I mean, I'm now just thinking about all the 80s stars, and fuck me. I don't think they would have the budget to get all them in. Can you imagine, like, at the
Oh,
very
big
end?
Expendables moment.
Yeah, fucking Stallone shows up or something.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger shows up and all. That would be awful.
Not only would that be awful.
Yeah, that would be fucking terrible.
You shit, you got that, Matt. That'd be amazing. No, Linda Hamilton's really good in it, for sure. Fucking, she takes a scissors to the and then she just goes, yeah, let's keep going. I'm gonna smack your fucking face in.
Yeah, do you know what's funny? All of the scenes that we want to talk about are in episode 4, and I think that says something as well about the volume, which is that things are moving kind of slowly in the first 3 episodes. There's some good shit, but all of the things we really want to talk about seem to be in episode 4. So let's go on to episode 4.
Well, just I think it's because like we know the characters, so we can't really talk about like, wow, what did you think about Dustin? It's like, well, we've been with him for 4 previous seasons.
Realistically, there's 3 new characters. Like,
Yeah,
there's 3 major new characters in the show, and that's about it.
To talk about, right? And dipshit Derek is only introduced in episode, properly introduced in episode 3,
Yeah.
where he fucking shines, absolutely shines. Actually, he shines in episode 4, but he starts whacking the kids with the sticks on the head.
That's so funny.
So fucking funny. And then Linda Hamilton has like her few moments, but again, she fucking shines in
Yeah.
because you know she's not messing around, and she's not a hero. You know, she's become Papa essentially, but with no like strings to tie her down. Like, she has full authority.
Yeah, I like that. Like the scene, for example, in the lab with the big tentacle in the tank, and she's able to control it with the temperature, shows that they are kind of figuring out how they can use these things. So I don't know if she's outright just trying to let's find 11, kill her, and save the world. I don't think that's her agenda, actually.
Well, the Cold War is still happening, so no, I don't think so. I think, yeah, absolutely, especially with the reveal that we have in episode 4.
Yeah, so I mean,
You predicted it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember if it's in episode 3 or whatever when Eleven's like, oh, there's a door. They don't want us to see what's behind it. They do the whole interrogation scene with that soldier. He's great, actually. And then she's like, they have the kryptonite thing, which is obviously they're gonna use that, I'm sure. They're gonna weaponize that. But she's convinced then Henry is behind the door, and we haven't seen him yet. They haven't been able to find him, so that's a good theory. But like, you're watching, you're going, well, it's definitely number 8. It has to be. There's no way it's Vecna. It's got to be number 8. So that's how you bring her back in, because they said they're going to tie up all loose ends, and she's a loose end. So you have to bring her back, and that's like the perfect way to do it. That they've been using her and figuring out her weaknesses so that they can figure out how to kill 11, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. I'm kind of interested to see where they go with her. I'm sure some people maybe squirmed when they saw her because they're like, oh no, I hate that episode. But it's like, okay, but that was then. This is now. Let's see what they do with her. I don't know. Anyone excited for number 8?
Not really.
Well, we only get her at the end, so it's hard to know what are they going to do to her. Like, it could be the start of the
it
next
might be
episode.
cool. I mean,
is that
like,
she's dead.
Yeah, they have 3 of the 4 Avengers, I guess. So
3 of the 4 Avengers.
I don't know. They have to have someone else show up somehow to fill out the rota. You know. I don't know,
for
maybe,
sure. Yeah.
Maybe Hopper can do something and become superhuman.
He actually is an Avenger, isn't he?
Well, he's a Thunderbolt, isn't he?
He's a Thunderbolt.
Well, he
I
seems
can't
pretty
remember his name.
Avenger when he like shot all those soldiers and threw the grenades. He's went fucking full Rambo on them.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. And then he has the explosives on him.
Yeah.
He's planning on doing a one-way trip. He ain't coming back. So I think Hopper is safe, though. You know? Because you've already killed him off once, and now you're alluding to him going to take his own life. He's okay. He's okay.
Fine. He's fine. Steve's gonna die.
No, don't say that. We don't want that. We don't want that.
That's exactly why you do it.
But I do like the way with 8's introduction or reintroduction. I like the way those scenes were directed, where at the same time as opening the door and finding her, even though I wasn't surprised by it, but I thought the reveal was cool. That at the same time as finding her there, Vecna comes through the gate.
Yeah.
And then he just starts.
We'll get to that. Right.
I'm happy. Yeah, let's do it now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Like, because
Great moment.
that whole sequence in the quarantine zone where the Demogorgons come up and start
That
fucking soldiers
one shot
up.
take,
The
yeah.
one thing that goes around while they're all getting fucked up, and Mike's trying to save the kids. Eyes on me. I like that scene at Mike, and then Vecna shows up and just fucks shit up.
Yeah, it is good. I don't really like the way they have this like plot armor on them, because it's like there's nothing that would stop the Demogorgons from just absolutely obliterating those kids. But I guess they have to survive just so that the show, like, it's in the script. But it's just like I wish it was done in such a way that it was a bit more believable.
Well, I hear what you're saying. Like, I suppose they pop up and they're getting shot at, so the first thing they're doing is taking out the people shooting at them,
Yeah,
and
but
then
it's just
and then go collect the kids.
they run past them quite a few times, and stuff. It's just it.
Yeah,
You'd rather they ducked and hid a bit more during that scene.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I find it a little distracting that it's like, how are they not getting slaughtered at this moment in time? But that's kind of true out too. Like, it's even the Demogorgons chasing them in general. They're all like they just so happen to be slightly out of reach or slightly behind you, but it's in the script, so they have to stick to it. I just wish it was written in such a way that was a bit more. It's almost as if they wrote the Demogorgons so aggressively this time that they have to slow them down in certain scenes, which is kind of a little bit unfortunate.
right.
But the sequence was really, really cool, and what Vecna has done in it, and that's one of I think my favorite shot in the entire thing is when that guy is on the ground and he goes to try
Yes.
and get up, and Vecna's hand goes through his face.
I
Such an amazing moment.
I laughed so hard when that happened, like out loud, that Ash laughed at my laugh. I just, not that I find it funny, it's that giddy laughter of like,
I can't
like,
believe they've done that.
yeah, or like the Batman warehouse sequence, that kind of thing where you just go, oh, that's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Or Predator in Prey when he's fucking all the French soldiers up.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just
So that shot was amazing. I love the shot of him blowing the fire back and it goes from behind him. I thought that looked awesome. I thought him pulling out the pins from the grenades and then throwing the
so
soldiers and blowing them up, and just showing just how much damage this guy on his own can do.
Yeah, it was a very Vader moment, wasn't it? Like,
Apparently, they were inspired by the Vader hallway sequence in Rogue One.
yeah, that makes sense.
who wouldn't be? It's like the
It's
best moment
fucking
of that
best
movie.
part of Rogue One.
Fucking amazing moment.
It's so good. What do you think of Vecna's redesign
A lot closer actually to his design
in D&D?
in D&D.
He's
while
actually
keeping-
become the...
yeah, but also then making sure that it still fits with their design of Vecna. So I really like his design, and it's like essentially he has created plot armor for himself. Like, he's created all that is essentially armor on him, so that bullets will just hit that first, so that he doesn't get
Because
fucked up
underneath that, he's actually very vulnerable.
Yes.
You can see, like, sometimes when all the stuff comes off his arm, they're gone real thin. His waist is much thinner. Obviously, the shotgun shells and Molotovs from the end of season 4 actually fucked him up.
Yeah, so he's built armor for himself, and he's using that to defend himself, so that then he can fuck everyone up.
Yeah.
It's great. Such a great moment.
Yeah, it was awesome. Do you like the redesign, Adam?
It's okay. It's okay. I think I preferred how he looked before.
It's
That's all I have to say on that.
it's kind of Groot-ish a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought, but
I don't like that.
please take that back.
You should, you're damn out.
Just reminded me of Groot a little bit, but like obviously an evil, twisted, dark Groot, not friendly looking in any way, you know. But I thought, yeah, the interaction between him and Will was really cool when he brings him over. And then just like leaves because he's like, my work here is done. Off I go.
That is also plot armor, though, there.
What's that?
Well, he could easily have
He
just
could
killed
have
them.
just killed him, yeah.
He doesn't need them, like. Unless he needs Will, which then he would have just taken Will.
There's big Harry Potter Voldemort vibes between him and Will, isn't there?
For sure. Yeah,
I suppose so, yeah.
Massive. Like Will feels very Deathly Hallows Harry Potter. Like he could feel the Horcruxes when they're close by and he could kind of see inside their minds, you know.
Hmm.
And that's how they're going to win. Is I know how Tom Riddle thinks. So there is huge parallels, I think, with that relationship. And then obviously, at the end of the episode, Will can actually control the hive mind. He can tap into it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was it just. I think that could be way cheesier than how they pulled it off.
Yeah, it was a cool moment.
Like on paper, if someone told me that that's what's going to happen in season 5, Will is going to get powers and control the Demogorgons, I'd automatically go, "That's lame as fuck. Please
That's like
don't do that, right?"
Yeah.
It's like fucking Alien Earth.
Or velociraptors that you can control.
Exactly. So, but it's all about how you do it.
Well,
And
yeah. So they were tapping in it the whole time. They were dropping the hints of him
Yes.
seeing the Gorgons, him saying that he thinks he was the Gorgon, but not the Gorgon. He was able to feel what it was feeling. So they were constantly dropping the hints so that when it happens, it feels natural. And then
But it's also great that they have other characters try and explain it in really basic terms, so that
Right.
so the characters can kind of understand, you know, like so they were talking about it being like maybe it's like a radio wave and you're like an antenna and you just need to be close to the thing or whatever, right? It's like they're explaining it to each other, but they're also explaining to the audience how this could possibly work.
And yeah, I do love that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because no explanation can make it seem a bit.
how are you force healing right now?
Yeah, and all, and also, yeah, and also that thing of like, oh, if you're clever enough, you'll piece it together, you know. And it's like, oh, look, I'm here for entertainment, not homework. And then, but the other side of it is you can over-explain it to a point of being like, okay, I'm not that stupid. So having just maybe it's like this, that's enough.
Yeah, and
I
it's
get it.
within it's almost within universe. That's the way they talk. That's the way they try and make sense of the world that's around them. They use either nerdy shit or D&D.
Yeah, love it, love it. They're gonna need a D20 to take out Vecna. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to get that critical roll. I really want at some point before. This is just a hope of mine. I've kind of hoped it since maybe season 2, because I can't say since season 1 because we didn't know we were going to get further seasons. I hope in the second volume at some point during the finale, the 4 friends fight a monster together. I know they've all been involved in the action, but I mean just those 4 fighting a thing at the same time. Like a D&D, like their D&D campaigns have come to life. That's just those 4.
Well, so what I would hope from that is that I don't know how they'll do it, but somehow be able to pick up their characters' respective weapons. So
So Mike with a sword and shield.
Mike with a melee weapon and a shield of some kind, right? Because Will is already casting magic, so we got that.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
yeah.
if Lucas is the ranger, he just needs
You got a bow and arrow.
a bow and arrow or just a rifle of
rifle.
some kind of sniper. He does say it.
He does say something about a sniper. He does. Yeah.
So yeah, if they all become their respective characters in those.
What was Dustin's? Dustin's the bard in the party, so I don't know what his weapon is.
Was he the bird?
Yeah, Mike, when he's explaining it to Max, because Max talks about joining their party, and Mike's all like, "We already have enough people in our party, you know." I think he says Dustin's our bard, I'm our paladin, Will's our, Will's our
Dustin.
cleric. Yeah,
Dustin
yeah.
gets one of Eddie's guitars and uses that.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
And
Yeah,
he hits out the guitar
yeah.
with like an axe blade. That's why the fuck not?
And he's, yeah, because he's still wearing the Hellfire t-shirt and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
becomes like a metal bard.
Yes.
That would be incredible. Absolutely, I love what you're saying.
Thank you.
It's like
Hire
brutal-
me, guys.
It's like brutal,
Even though you
brutal
already wrote
legend.
it.
Yeah, there's actually nothing we can say now. It's all done. Like, yeah. What do you guys think of the way Max is brought back in?
No.
Okay, Tell me more.
Why does she look weird?
Yeah, she does look weird. I said the same thing. I was like, she looks weird as fuck.
It's like they just replaced her and put a CGI character in of her in the same scene that she's clearly there. It's just so strange.
Oh, I didn't pick that up at all.
The first shot of her in particular is so weird.
So strange, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm happy to see Max. Don't get me wrong, and Sadie is such a great actor. But yeah, I think it's the makeup.
I don't know what it is. It's so weird.
There's something off. I don't know. There is something off about Max. I don't know what it is.
Is it the CGI set maybe that's off? Because you know sometimes things can look weird if the background is CGI.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like she was CGI, but she's there.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't pick up on that at all.
But
I was happy to see her. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
I
loved her story.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that she's been trapped, and she actually nearly got out.
Yeah,
and then it went away. I thought that was really cool. They're obviously building up to some triumphant moment of when she finally wakes up.
And then she will have superpowers, Adam.
And she's the fourth member.
She's the fourth member.
We have the Avengers assembled.
You're right. I don't know what her power will be, but you are right.
She conjures fire.
No. What?
She's lightning?
No,
she
no.
does the same shit as the other three characters, I suppose.
They all have mind powers.
Yeah, they all have mind powers. Yeah.
I also really
mind
liked...
bullets.
I liked the interaction with Max and Holly. I'm interested to see... When she said, I have a plan how we're going to get out, I'm interested to see what that will entail. Because I think it's going to be fucking... Whatever way it works out, I think it's going to be really well done. And I really liked the scene, this might have been at the start of episode 4, actually, where Will is painting on the barn door, and he paints this real fucked up looking shit, and has images of the kids all with like weird vines in their mouths and wrapped around. And this is why I was thinking, like, because the image in the middle looked like a tree. And I was like, oh, maybe that's why Vecna has this kind of tree-ish look to him. Maybe there is like a tree at the center of this whole thing that's like, in terms of the Upside Down, it's like the tree of life or the Garden of Eden or the source of where all this comes from. I don't know. He taps in because it's all vines, right? So maybe it all does. Maybe like they're connected to a source. Yeah, a freaky ass Idrisil, basically. And Vecna was like inside it, or that's like his throne, maybe, and that's where he'd been hiding. So I'm interested to see where that goes and what's going on there.
I never saw that tree. I'll have to watch that episode again. Oh, no, it's terrible. I'll have to watch the really good episode again.
Yeah, it's awesome, actually. But I'm not saying it is definitely a tree. They don't show you a tree. I'm just saying that the painting...
It just kind of looks like one.
Looks like a tree. Yeah, the one that Will does. And it just makes, and then all around it are the pillars. So it just made me think with the vines and stuff and Vecna's new design that I'm sure is on purpose. That I'm like, I feel like there's going to be a tree of significance somewhere. Maybe
it is Idrisil, and he's kind of an Odin style character as well.
Maybe.
Doubt it.
I think
what did you think of?
Go on.
The score to this season in comparison to previous seasons?
Well, they're definitely tickling our balls with running up that hill, for sure. That's going to come back into it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Other than the kids theme, wasn't really noticing it, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's a cool remix of the Soldiers theme from season 2. There's a cool remix of that at one point that I noticed. And episode 4's credits had a really cool remix of the kids' theme, but now with more power behind it, because like it's like maybe like they're not kids anymore. You know, Will has become a man now. I really liked for him to unlock his powers. I liked the little memories that they showed with the other little kids, and the music there I thought was really good.
Yeah.
I think the best is yet to come, though, in terms of score.
Hopefully. Because I actually, as I was watching it, was wondering even if they got a different composer. It turns out no, but there was something about it that just didn't feel right, actually. Didn't feel like the what we experienced from Stranger Things before. Um, just with the odd few nods here and there, but it's almost like as if someone took over.
To do nods,
Yeah,
almost. I hear
yeah.
you. And in terms of licensed music, then, which I know is not what you were talking about,
No, no.
but I have to say I did absolutely bop with Holly as that song. Like, I think we're alone now. I was like,
Yes.
yeah, fuck yeah, what a fucking tune.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're good. They're good at that part. They're good at picking great tunes. Like
Was it Upside Down?
Upside down. Yeah, that was another good pick. Yeah, yeah. So I suppose where we're at the moment is, and I think I think the internet is in agreement on this one as well, where it's like episode 4 is the one that everyone really likes, and it does start a bit slower than maybe we would like for the final season, but there's some good shit in here, and I'm very excited to see how it all ends, and I wanted to just keep going. I was like, oh, you're killing the momentum. Let's go. Shit just got real good.
Will it be another 4 episodes then?
Another 3, I thought, and then the last one is like New Year's.
Yeah, so it's 3 for us. Obviously, it's a little bit different for the States because of the time zone. So for us, Volume 2 is the next 3 episodes releasing on Stephen's Day.
Okay.
And then the season finale, which is like a 2-hour movie,
Awesome.
is releasing on New Year's Day for us.
Just a couple of days later.
Wow.
So to be fair, the
I
wait
can't imagine what
between
that's
them
going
is
to
not
even
long.
entail.
Yeah. I do think that there's an element of holding back
Yeah.
a little bit, like,
Yeah.
because I do, and I feel like this, like the end of episode 4 was nuts, and I think that's actually only a taste of what's to come.
Yeah, there is an element I felt, especially with the first kind of episode, and as they're building up, almost like they had to draw it out to be the 8 episodes, which is why it's so slow in the
Yeah,
first
maybe,
one.
yeah, because of
But
that
they're like-
feature-length movie at the end.
Yeah, with the feature-length movie at the end. Kind of like if you look, it's like the opposite of what they did with Arcane. Because with Arcane, they were only doing 2 seasons, and they went, let's just rush the shit out of this. This is like let's like slow it way down, and then we'll just give you everything at episode 4, and then just keep going.
Yeah.
Isn't there a time jump, or is the time jump already happened?
No, the time jump happened.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought they'd have another time jump to really explain why they look like such adults.
I don't know. I'm thinking that there's absolutely no slowing down now, though. I'm thinking from now on, it's just going to be let's go, go, go.
Nice.
Unless they're going to spend a whole episode now where they do a flashback to say how Ace got here.
You know what? They probably will.
No, they won't. I think
they will. I actually think they will. I think it's going to be a whole episode just on there.
I don't know. I think they've learned from before, though. Like, that did not go down well with anyone.
Yeah, but the thing is that what didn't go down well was not her. It was like her strange posse that she was with.
It's
was
that
like,
whole episode.
yeah,
It's a
it was like-
weird...
do you know when you watch The Matrix and then you check out one of those really weird Animatrix episodes and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason that episode never worked for me, and I think the reason they've kind of steered clear of it ever since, that's the one that feels the most like a TV show. Like they're setting up a spin-off CW show
Yeah.
with this gang, almost. You know?
Yeah. It was like watching Friends and then watching Joey.
Kinda. And what everyone, the feedback is, no, we like Friends, and we like the character Joey, but we like Joey when he's with the friends. We don't want Joey with people we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will, of course, be doing a spoiler cast for Volume 2 and the finale in the new year. It's in our plan. So do make sure, if you want to check out our thoughts on how this whole thing ends, make sure you are following the podcast or subscribe to us on YouTube. So yeah, if you're watching YouTube, jump down in the comments, share your own thoughts on Volume 1, your own highlights, your theories, if you want to share any theories. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for the future content to come, including the Spoilercast for the final volume and the finale. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. What was your highlight? Let us know. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We will be back to talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.